Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, our next major seasonal update is the Season 4 launch update, and this is set to release in early June, and this really is going to be a major update in and of itself, based off the various leaks and some of the teases that we have for it already. And today I wanted to break down everything that we currently know about the Season 4 update specifically. So as I mentioned, it is set to release in early June. Right now, according to the Battle Pass countdown timer in game, Season 3 is going to be ending on June 14th, which would mean that Season 4 then is going to start right away on June 14th as they just transition into one another. Of course, we get that next title update, we download that, Season 4's live, new Battle Pass, new everything there, right? So June 14th is that current target date. That means likely around the start of June, we're going to start seeing those teasers and various different promos for the season revealed. If there's going to be any special operators dropping, we might see some hints for that. We are going to see obviously the roadmap and all the breakdowns happen, you know, about a week prior to that as well. So we'll certainly have to keep our eyes peeled for that. But even before we get to that time, we already have a decent amount of information on the Season 4 update itself, thanks to various leaks that have surfaced either some time ago or even more recently as well. So you might recall that a few months back, there was actually this major database breach leak that happened at Activision that ended up detailing what is essentially the entire content year for Warzone 2 and MW2, breaking down the logistics of every single season. And while this is a bit more broad and it's really just an overview, it gives us a good idea of what to expect. Now, some things could shift, some things could be adjusted as always when it comes to leaks, so just keep that in mind. Don't take everything here as 100% confirmation, because quite simply, it's not. Just take it with a grain of salt. But according to this database breach, this is everything we can expect for Season 4, now sort of detailed a bit more thanks to various things that we've had revealed recently. So within Season 4, there's apparently going to be 2 brand new operators. One of them is going to be licensed. Now, according to Task Force leakers over on Twitter, the name of one of these operators is potentially Heather. We have no idea if that's going to be a standard operator or the licensed operator. It's also curious to note that within Season 3 here, technically, we could be seeing 3 licensed operators. We obviously just had Kevin Durant, and Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman are coming up. I'm not sure if they're counting Nick and Tim as licensed operators. For that, we're really just going to have to wait and see what all happens there, because there were not 3 licensed operators listed for the Season 3 timeframe for what it's worth. Only 1 licensed operator was listed there. So kind of confusing. That's one of those situations though where it could be things shifting, as it is all kind of fluid there. Now, we also have 3 new weapons listed for Season 3 as well, and quite frankly, it could be anything at this point from our leaked weapons list. There are quite a few that we currently have, still available. We went over this the other day. Initially, some time ago, we had like a bunch of different weapons added to the files, and since then we've seen some of them already added to the game with the intervention and the Tech 9. So we currently have multiple battle rifles, SMGs, shotguns, snipers, pistols, and even some melee weapons that are still yet to debut in the game. Things like the WA2000, the MWII, the APC-9, the Cali sticks even. So there's a decent list of weapons that could potentially be dropping in Season 4. As of right now, this list has not been narrowed down. There aren't any specifics that the data miners have found yet, but it's quite possible that, in the coming days and weeks, we see a few other small updates added to Warzone 2 and MW2, and some game files might get added in that obviously are going to be coming out because the data miners have been pretty on top of it so far this year. We also apparently have 2 6v6 maps dropping in Season 4, 2 core maps as they list them. And recently, thanks to Dexterdo and then Charlie Intel having some sit-down interviews with the lead devs of Modern Warfare 2, we've learned that some of these final maps here are going to be really competitive based. The pros really have had a big impact on 3 of the final maps. Obviously, this says there's only going to be 2, so one of these could be more, competitive based. The devs have also said that very soon we're going to see another map that is sort of a classic map. So this could be another remaster coming in Season 4, maybe Terminal, Favela, stuff like that. Obviously we have a handful of maps to pick and choose from already live in Al Mazrah as a part of the Battle Royale and DMZ play space. So something to keep our eyes on there. This is either going to be comprised of remaster maps or more competitive based maps for 6v6. They also say that within season 4 we're going to see 2 new battle maps as well, so ground war maps for ground war, and then also obviously invasion 2. So no specific details here, but 2 more large scale maps could be debuting as well. I imagine we'll probably see 1 6v6 map at launch, 1 battle map at launch, and then 1 6v6 map during season 4 reloaded, and 1 battle map during season 4 reloaded. That at least would make the most sense to me. Obviously though, we'll have to wait for the roadmap to get official confirmation on that. Then on top of that, we're going to see 4 new gunfight maps apparently, and the devs did actually confirm that with every single new seasonal update we are going to see more gunfight maps, so this would add up with that. Again, the specifics here though are lacking. We don't have any exact details on what these maps are going to be quite yet, but certainly a decent amount of maps for multiplayer, which is something I think a lot of players are looking forward to. Whenever you can expand that map pool, it's always room for some potential improvement there. Spec Ops, of course, is going to see some new updates in season 4 as well. 1 Spec Ops mission is set to debut, and then obviously our next episode of Raids with the mid-season update is also set to debut, so some stuff to look forward to there, at least story-wise. As we jump into some of the Warzone related stuff here, quick reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with absolutely everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, whether it's news, updates, leaks, rumors, loadouts, tips, you name it, it's going to be right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date. And if you guys enjoy this one, or if you're excited for season 4, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. Now, focusing real quick specifically on the Warzone stuff here, there's not much that is just directly meant for Warzone, but what we do have is pretty exciting, I won't lie, and that is the next Resurgence map. 1 new small map is set to debut for Warzone, and of course, as we've talked about recently, all the leaks are pointing towards this being Vondel, a new Resurgence map that takes place in the Netherlands. I'm personally pretty excited for this. I think it could be cool. We saw 1 data mined image of a very early concept of it surface a few weeks back that didn't really give us too many details, but it gave off a really cool vibe, and we'll probably start to see some promo for this if in fact Vondel is dropping in season 4 in the coming days and weeks. And apparently alongside that, with the new small map, we're going to see a new tier 1 event, which essentially just means like a new camo event or challenge event of some kind that has to do with Vondel. That'll probably take place between Warzone and DMZ. We might have some multiplayer things for that, but I'm also hesitant to see if it's like all across the board, because there's also a separate tier 1 event listed as well. Essentially there's 2 tier 1 events, 1 tethered to Vondel, 1 in general like we've seen recently with the trophy hunt event or the Path of the Ronin event, where we have the various different rewards, and then also some new camos to actually unlock as well. So we definitely have some grindable events coming up here in season 4, and that I'm definitely a very big fan of. And then of course, pretty standard here, season 4 is going to include a brand new battle pass. Gonna be curious to see if they continue on with the black cell stuff for season 4. Obviously that was a big deal with the season 3 launch. If we're gonna have that upgradable option for season 4 as well, I imagine we probably will, but we'll have to wait obviously for all the official marketing and everything going on there to give us the full details. But overall, for being just a standard seasonal update, there is a lot of content that is slated for this patch in and of itself. Obviously some of it might be reserved for a season 4 reloaded a bit further on down the line, but we're just a couple of weeks away from our next major update, and quite a bit of content additions across the board for Warzone 2, DMZ, and MW2 multiplayer as well. All that being said though, that's going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date with all things going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.